Open sesame. All right, folks, we got something out here of a little different variety. We have the Encore. It's made by Buick. Let me find the... Nope, open. Not sure what year it is. It's a fancy one though. This little guy doesn't work anymore, the screen. Currently the fuse is out of it because he asked me to remove the fuse because with the, let me turn this thing off. With the fuse in it, you would just get static out of the radio. No control, none of the buttons work, nothing was functioning. I brought it in the shop. This is, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. And I check it out and I made a quick determination at that point that the human machine interface module is not functioning. Okay? Whatever that means. I believe it was a no-com. Couldn't talk to the HMI module. GM has a bulletin on this to do an update on it. However, if you can't talk to the module, you can't update it. So what I told them I'd like to do, make sure the door shuts, is we need to get back in there and actually test the HMI module. We need to put the fuse in it, and then we need to see, do we have power, do we have ground, do we have ability to communicate, and why can't we talk to this little guy? And then if we find out that it's bad, then we could put the new one in. But what I wanted to do is, prior to tearing all this garbage apart, was to have a new one in my hands. So I called Chevrolet, and we got us a new one. However, Chevrolet told me, they said, if you're wrong and you install it, you own it, like anything else. The downside to it is, if I'm wrong and I install it, I'm out $700. So, we want to try to be right and not wrong. We may be wrong, but we may be right. So let's let me find the fuse. I think I left it somewhere here. Oh, left it right in his little change holder. I'm gonna find out what hole this little guy goes back in, this little 15 ampere. I'm gonna put that back in. We're gonna hook up the GDS2 OEM scan tool. Get out of there, you mother frick! And we're gonna take a look at some data. This is the fuse box is printed back here. And then we're gonna see if indeed we still have the same situation, which hopefully we do. And then we're just gonna get at it. Fuse is reinstalled. It is. Which fuse was it? Down here in the lower left-hand corner, that grid of 4, it is the upper left one. I don't remember what it says on it. I don't have my readers on. But it's that little 15 amp fuse, upper left one, the grid of 4 there on the left. Anyhow, I know it's the right fuse because, listen, we got nothing but static, no function, no buttons, no backup camera, no nothing. I know this is less than ideal, shining the camera at the screen here, but I don't think we're going to be looking at this very long. So, fuse is in it, and this is the part that baffles me. So, our HMI module right here is a no-com, lost communication. It is talking on the high-speed data bus, so that's worthy to note because it has a couple networks going to it, the most data bus and then the GM high-speed. The part that bothers me is that none of the other modules set codes against it. That's the part I don't understand. Like, how come the amplifier, the radio control module, how come they're not storing codes against the HMI module? I don't know. That's the part that has bothered me about this whole thing. So, needless to say, we need to be able to talk to it to do anything with it, and it does control that whole center display. So let's figure out how to get to that sucker and see if we can do some tests. Okay, so this should be a control module references. And then we want to find whatever we're working on, the HMI module. I don't know what number it is. Scrolling, keep scrolling. The K74, human machine interface control module. Scan tool information, and then replacement, and then programming. So let's go to replacement. We probably got to take apart a lot of jiggly bits. Oh, that's easy. Get to the bracket, remove it. Yeah, piece of cake. Thanks for the info there, GM. Real helpful there. Chip, chop, chip. Here we go. So we got to keep working backwards. I'll figure this out. We'll get in there. We'll rip and tear. And sometimes it does this. You get this screen right here. And this is what the service bulletin is on. It's the people who constantly get this screen and the resetting and this and that and the other thing. We need to shut this thing off. So just so you know kind of where we're at here. I don't know if it stays in that loop. Yep. Alright. Come on, quit dinging. There we go. Let's get ripping and tearing here, folks. It's not my car and I don't care. That's not the song we sing. You should care. Come on. We're not making good progress, though, I'll tell you that. Yeah! We win. We got it. See, they don't tell you in service data to pop the little lower half off first. They show you these two screws that are pointless. 1, 2, 3 clips. Check. Now I have to hit the back button. This is going to be the stupidest video you guys ever saw. Goodness gracious! Good thing we didn't pry under the gray, you see? You see, folks? Because it's out here where she comes off. All this stuff. Whoa! Gosh, it scared me. This stuff feels brittle. One clip must have stayed in there. Where's that go? Nope, there's no clip to be found. Could that have been missing from the factory? Did GM screw up and never install this guy's clip? We'll never find out today on SMA. So it should be a clip there, I think. No, actually there's not. That just has the felt over it. 1, 2, 3 clips. And then you just got these little guides here and a couple little dongers there. Okay, step 2, check. Oh, okay, well at least we can see the clips on this one. Oh, it's the leather. This is the one that's got all the leather. Oh, that comes off nice and easy. Holy smokes, look at all the clips on that thing. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You could break half of those and the thing would still work. Check. I hear something running. The HMI module, I think, has a fan on it. And I hear something humming back here. It's kind of odd. Maybe that means something. There's some red paint over here on the dash, too. That's kind of weird. We're going to take them screws out. We'll stick them right down here next to the ketchup packets. What did that say? Swing this out and do something? Should have read better. It says, clickety, click. Grasp the bottom of the radio, pull out enough to clear the locators, then pull down to release the clips seated in the instrument panel. We're out far enough? Oh, goodness. A couple of them guys. Unplug the cables. There's that. So there's our radio something interface something. And here she is, boys. So this is a USB or most media or something data bus. Yep, so this is the HMI module. Really, I just want to go grab the new one and plug it in. Just to see if everything comes back to life. They made this convenient. Said no one ever. That's unplugged. That one's unplugged, so you quit humming. How does that USB connector work? Okay, that's got one way on the back. It's really awesome we have arthritic fingers with no feeling. Freaking friggle. Gosh dang it. Oh, this should be a real treat to put back in, buddy. There's one. There's two. What happened to the dome light? She went out. So this is it. This is our HMI module. This is what we can't talk to. So now that we're here, we need to find out who's Sam and who's Henry down here. Okay. These are for the radio. We don't want to mix those up. We won't mix them up. This little USB just goes from here to, from the module to there. Okay. What we need to do is powers and grounds, which I assume work. And I don't know what it takes to wake this thing up, if it has a wake up signal, or if it just gets woke up on the data bus. We need to see if it's woke. I don't see any wires pinched down there or anything like that. So now that we're after it, we're going to do that. Powers, grounds, ability to communicate. So I'm going to get a diagram and we're going to go at it. And then we're going to cross our fingers, say a little prayer, and poke one in there. So pins 7 and 8 on connector X1. Get this little mother lover up here. When you're going to need to turn. Loud. Quiet. Okay, we turned it on. And we should have a good power and a good ground. Enough to light a headlight here anyway. So I'm just going to very gingerly back probe the ground. And then the power. Oh, that's bright. So that's nice and bright. Can you guys see? So that tells me, hey, we're good, we're happy. Hey, what's up, pretty lady? Oh, Simmons Rockwell. Let me talk to these folks. So now that we have power and ground, I'm just checking diagram here for the comm wires. So we should have 2 comm in and 2 comm out. So this must be, I am on the blue with green. So that is high speed CAN. So it's going to be CAN high, and then white with green. Oh, can you guys see? So we can see the data, you know, the 2.5 to 3.5 volts, whatever it goes to there. Now this, just using the U scope, we should really probably have a 2-channel scope on here. And then it should be a white with green. That's probably right next to it. 11 and 12. Yep, so it should be this wire here. And that's just the opposite. So that's going to be our CAN low. Oops. So we can see that, you know, data parading across the screen there. And then I believe our other, we'll keep going across. Yep, so there's the other CAN high. And here's the other CAN low. So CAN high, CAN low, 4 wires total, because it's talking in, talking out. I am not super familiar with the most data bus and its function. It's not something that I'm fluent with. I've heard of it, but being that this communicates on the high-speed data bus, I'm not super concerned with that. I believe I'm going to have to do some looking to see how this most data bus works. I think it goes from module to module to module is all. I could be wrong. I don't believe that it goes to the data link connector. Anyways, we got a serial data comm enable, so we have to have something to tell this module to turn on, and that's supposed to be pin 5, white with blue, and that should be on this connector. It's on X1. So let's see if we can find pin 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, white with a blue stripe. We're going to try to back probe into that. And I think our signal just went right off the screen. We're at 1 volt per division. Let's bump that up. So there she is. We're at 5 volts per division. And we've got a good signal sitting right at 13.6 volts. Let me shut this key off. I don't know at what point. Oops. I don't know at what point it tells. I gotta move my ground clamp here to shut off. Oh, okay, right there. So right now it is shut off. So I'm thinking I need to get my ground back. Oh no, it's shut off because I removed my ground, you dummy. Okay, so we can see. So we're looking at the green line down here. Let me change the speed here. Oops, not 1 microsecond. We'll bump her up. We'll make her nice and slow. So we can see our green traces at 0 volts. This is our wake up signal. I'll turn the key on. Wow, turn on, baby. Oh, well, it already turned the module on. There we go, now it's on. So it is receiving its wake up signal. It does have power and ground. It does have high speed CAN going to it and the ability to communicate. However, it doesn't. I think what I'll do, I think what we should do, or what we should try, is something else here. Let's take this little guy here. Let's just plug in, let's leave the most data bus unhooked, because we know from looking at scan data that this thing was trying to communicate on pin 6 and 14. So let's just plug in that side, because I don't know if something, let's say for example, like something were to shut down on the most data bus, can it pull down the high speed in just a single module? I doubt it, to be honest with you, because the part that really the part that bothers me is the fact that it doesn't, no other modules set codes against it. That's the really bizarre part that bugs me. We should have a bunch of codes now, I hope, because we've got the radio interface or whatever they call that module unhooked. So I'm gonna let this go through and do its thing. If not, I have no other reason to believe that it's anything but bad. And then I'll waste a bunch of money here and we'll plug it in and see if it can talk. Human machine interface. Lost communication. Couple codes stored in the radio. And let's see what the details are. Lost communication with device on LIN bus, and then we got a most bus data code, and control module communication high speed extension, CAN 2 off. So yeah, it's got some weird stuff going on with the radio unplugged. I don't know, folks. I think we need to make the call. I don't see any reason not to. We can't talk to the sucker. Let's go get the new one. So here she is, folks. The only way to get it is a refurb from GM. Can't even buy it brand new. Big warning on the box. Do not, oh right here, do not open until you are certain this model number is exactly what you ordered. Oh, I didn't think about that. Is it we got the right number? We already opened it. We're screwed. I don't know. I ordered it by VIN. Who cares? We're probably good. We probably should have prayed. Oh, dear Lord. Please let this be right. You are a God of mercy and grace. Please. Let's see. I know we're right. What else can it be? Alright? Remember to ask yourself that. Sometimes if you're working on stuff, you got to ask yourself, if this doesn't work, my good friend Keith taught me this, if this doesn't work, what are you going to do next? And so try to answer that question prior to pulling the trigger on something. If it's an expensive part, like this one, this is an expensive part. You know, I mean, this is like, by the time it's all said and done, it's like $1,000 ordeal or something like that, because we've got to do this and then we have to program it. He's got to pay for our time and knowledge, our diagnostic time. I mean, that's only fair, right? I'm not trying to justify it. I'm just trying to tell you how it goes down. So we're going to put this baby in. Why? Because we own it. We're going to slip that sucker in. Try to get the wires down and around. It's kind of a bit of a piss pot. I don't want to pinch anything. There she is. She's down in. She's clicked. Oh, my foot's stuck. I'm coming in. There's a rollback outside dropping off a car. I can hear it out there. You ready? Cross your fingers, cross your toes, cross your nose. and something else. Oh, it just went. I heard it. So let's plug this in. See if we. It only goes one way, fella. That one's plugged in. Cars are so stupid. I think I've probably said that before. You know? I remember when I was a kid, radios had knobs. And we're gonna push the button, and cars had keys. Nothing? Alright, hoorah. Okay, well, hey, calibrate device, it says. That's something that we haven't had before. So that's plugged in. We'll go to module diagnosis. And then we'll find this little guy, HMI, Human Machine Interface Control Module. We're going to go to that. And just for poop and laughter, can we talk to it? Boom, shakalaka, boom, shak. Boom, we can talk to it. Electronic Control Unit Software Configuration not programmed, VIN not programmed. So it's not programmed. Imagine that. And then we'll come back to here, and then we'll go right to GMSPS. I know this is really crappy to do it this way, to shine you guys at it, but it's the only way that it's going to happen today. And then we're going to go replace and reprogram. We're going to click next. This is a long ways to go to make your freaking thing work here, huh? Human machine interface USB file transfer is how it does it. So we're going to hit next. And it's going to take one of our VIN slots, one of our paid VIN slots. Unless this vehicle's already, I don't know if we've ever done programming on this or not. Nope, it says it's going to take our slot. I may have to turn the camera off to do some reading. I'm not really good at show and tell reading. Whoa, hey. That is so annoying. It's shutting modules off, so everything gets kind of wonky. New calibration, so we're going to hit next. Whole bunch of unrecognized calibrations. Here's all the selected calibrations that it needs. And then we're going to hit, I'm just going to back up one little click here. I would assume if there was any options, it would ask us. I just thought about that. Speak recognition, review camera. I don't believe so. So we're going to hit next. We're going to hit start programming. It's going to download the stuff, and then it's going to write it to that little guy that we just put in there. And from the sounds of it, don't worry, we're not making a video. Oh my gosh, you're so annoying. And then from the sound of it, we've got to do a USB update also. So that's what, hopefully there's some on-screen instructions for us. That baby just went blank. Turn down. Okay, so that thing's lit up. Look, the volume works now. That's handy, right? So we're going to go... my VIN subscription has been updated. We're going to hit see that later. Proceed with same VIN. This did USB copy file transfer, and it pops up. It checks apparently what software or current calibration is in the HMI module, and it shows us the 842-9er-6469er is the current calibration. It shows that's the only calibration available, and it says right here, USB file transfer is neither necessary nor supported on this hardware at this time. Please proceed with normal HMI programming instead. So, and service data alluded to that fact that that could be a possibility that there may be no update, right? Didn't we read that? I believe we did. I'm not going to go back through because as far as I'm concerned, we're done. Completion. If drives are available. So yes, if no files are available, USB, proceed to step 12. We go down to step 12. On-screen instructions, follow instructions, clear DTCs, turn the wrap off, yada yada, blah blah blah, such and such. So I say we're good. We're good with that. I know this video is kind of stupid, but let's see here. We're gonna clear these codes out. Programming alone can set a bunch of codes in a bunch of modules. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna clear everything out here because we were poking and prodding and why won't you run? Now it runs. Hey, we got a backer upper camera. Oh, I realize you guys are in a bad spot, in a bad way, ain't you? Fancy. Out goes the lights. So I'm thinking that's it, folks. Whoa, you don't, hey. You need to calm down. This guy wouldn't be happy if we left a couple screws loose. I don't know if you guys like these kind of videos. I think they're kind of stupid personally. But if you guys don't like these kind of videos, just let me know in the comment section, because there's no sense in making them if nobody wants to watch them. You know, they're kind of boring. Nobody likes the electronic videos. Plus, they're kind of mundane. I don't know. It's the same stuff every day at this place. Of course, this was a new one, so I wanted to bring you along, because I never fixed one of these things before. But it's similar to a lot of stuff. Whoops. Remember this one? We got to pull the panel out a little bit down there. It's always so much easier to click stuff back together, am I right? Okay, the whole car's put back together. Then you take your sleeve and you give her one of these. You shine her up. You shine up the black stuff here. Every good mechanic knows that trick. Gosh, that is loud. Every time I tell it it's loud, it gets quiet. It's like it can hear us. I'm going to take care of the stuff, folks. Wow, look at that. Intellilink. Well, Intellilink, you just cost this guy a smooth $1,000 bill. So thank you very much for that. And thank you guys for liking, comment, subscribing, and coming along. But like I say in the description, if these videos suck, put it down there. I'll quit making them, and we'll move on and we'll make stuff that makes you happy. And when you're down there, you should buy yourself one of these. It clicks on the window via suction cup. It is the Astro SLM cup. And then you click it on the window, then boom, you click your light on it because it's a magnetic, turns your glass into metal. While you're down there, subscribe, ring the bell, all that. Just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.